Nice planet. I'll take it. You should get to know my primal side.
Hey guys, this is Fuller and welcome back to another new Hearthstone Heroes. Last week we delved into the StarCraft universe, starting with Reyna. This time it's all about the Zerg Swarm and the Queen of Blades, Sarah Kerrigan. For the hero theme, the Zerg are known for overwhelming with sheer numbers, hence the name the Swarm. Cost and stat wise, they have some of the most efficient ground units. They are easy to mess up, combined with some fast moving raiding air units and utility caster units for support. Lastly, there's the bigger, heavier, late game monstrous units for some punching power. As for Kerrigan herself, she was a very powerful psionic, very capable in hand to hand, and the Queen of the Swarm. I based a lot on this as well. Let's go straight onto the hero. This time a friend noob in a box helped me out by making a custom Zerg art. Here's an example. It's based on the Warlock design. It's pinker and slightly different art around the card. You'll see it more with the minions, so every card feels more Zergy. Here's how Kerrigan would look in game. You can compare her with other heroes like Priest or Paladin, and again the same pinkish tint is applied here as well. For the hero power, I wanted something unique that fit in with the Zerg theme of endless numbers. It is Spawn Lava. For 2 mana, summon 2/0/1 Lava. Lava counters Zerg, of course, themselves. It's similar to Paladin and Shaman summoning hero powers. The minions are weaker on their own, but with some buffs can be potentially stronger. One plus is that most other hero powers can't fully clear both minions, so you can probably always build up some lava gradually. You'll see this with a lot of the cards coming up and the combos. So let's move on to the cards, starting with the minions. The first one is Zergling. For 1 mana it's 1/1 with Battlecry, summon a 1/1 Zergling. When entering you'll hear this. And when attacking, so a very cheap Zerg unit you can swarm the field early on with. Very vulnerable to Born Clears and hero pings though, but with the spells and other minions coming up you'll see the potential. Next we have Creep Colony. For 1 mana it's 0/2 with adjacent minions have +1 attack. For entering and attacking, very similar to Flame Tongue Tome and Direwolf Alpha. You can use this with Zergling, your hero power, or in between any minions. Lets you make favourable trades and is incredibly cheap to drop down. On to Roach. For 2 mana it's 1/4 with, at the end of each turn restore 1 health to this minion. For entering, attacking, might remind you of Stone Skin Gargoyle. It's cheaper but you only restore 1 health each turn, not full health. 1 damage is low and you'll need some buffs to be able to clear enemy minions and abuse that health regen. Next there's Queen. For 3 mana it's 2/4 with Battlecry, restore a friendly Zerg minion to full health. When it enters and attacking, you'll need to see the other late game Zerg minions to see the full potential here, but like Houndmaster, okay stats and really good if you can use the ability to the max. On to Baneling. For 3 mana it's 2/1 with Death Rattle, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. For entering, for attacking, very similar to Unstable Ghoul and Abomination. The Death Rattle is super powerful for its cost, but at just 1 health it can easily be pinged, so your opponent will probably always choose when it's triggered. Next we have Mutalisk. For 3 mana it's 3/3 with, whenever this minion deals damage, deal 2 damage to another random enemy character. The 2 damage can't hit the same target. For entering, attacking, so you can do cool stuff like attack the enemy hero and bounce 2 damage back onto one of his minions. It's RNG though, so you might not get the target you want. On to Hydralisk. For 4 mana it's 3/4 with Battlecry, deal 2 damage when he enters and when he attacks. Close to Stormpike Commando and Fire Elemental, a nice way to clear off enemy minions, or you can just go for the face and put on some pressure on the enemy hero. Next we have Infestor. For 4 mana it's 1/4 with Battlecry, gain control of an enemy minion with 2 or less attack until the end of turn. Like Shadow Madness, this minion gains charge, so you can attack straight away. For entering. For attacking. Like a cross between Shadow Madness and Cabal Shadow Priest, you're limited to 2 attack or less and only until end of turn. A nice way to regain board control, trade minions and clear the enemy's board. This one could be very annoying. It's Swarm Host. For 5 mana, it's 0/5 with stealth, and at the start of your turn summon 2 1/1 locusts with charge that die at the end of your turn. For entering. Attacking. Similar to Hordddde, he has no board presence himself, but he has stealth, so very hard to clear. The minions he summons die at the end of your turn, so you can't build up a board with this, but still 2 throwaway damage each turn is really nice. Next we have Ultralisk. For 7 mana, he's 4/7 with charge, and whenever this minion takes damage, reduce it to 1. When he enters. When he attacks. Very tanky, and instantly you can charge into something. His damage is low though, so don't expect to finish an enemy hero with him. Remember that queen card? Well, here's a nice target to heal up. On to Broodlord. For 8 mana, it's 4/9 with can't attack, and at the start of your turn summon 3 2/2 broodlings with charge that die at the end of your turn. For entering. For attacking. Quite close to Ragnaros. You don't get 8 damage randomly though, but instead 3 2/2s you can manually target. He also has the benefit of 1 extra health for tankiness. Now then, finally we're on to the Legendaries, and this is my favourite minion. Like with Raynor, I made 2 so you can choose which one is the best. Firstly, it's Abathur. For 6 mana, he's 4/5 with Battlecry. Evolve all other friendly Zerg minions with a random evolution. The evolutions are one of 3 random. Gain +3/+3, or +4 health and taunt, or poison, i.e. destroy any minion damaged by this minion, or Wind Fury, one of those 4. Very nice with your hero power and any Zerg minions you've got down. Here's what he sounds like when he enters.
Make faster, stronger.
And attacking.
Evolution never over.
Cost and stat wise, he's similar to Khan and Sylvanas. With him you need an established board though, you couldn't really play him on his own, but he could be incredibly powerful with a big board.
Line of thought not productive.
Alternatively, there's Dahaka. For 5 mana, he's 4/4 with whenever a friendly Zerg dies, gain +2/+2. When he enters.
So much essence.
And when he attacks.
I will collect.
Like a Van Cleef, has the potential to get monstrous stats. Ideally you play him on a board full of Zerg and trade them all, empowering your Dahaka. Since there's so many spawn minions and throwaway, this guy would fit in very well with the swarm.
All these teeth, I will evolve a toothbrush.
Let's go on to the spells, kicking it off first with Talon Strike. For 2 mana, deal 2 damage to a minion and 1 damage to adjacent minions. Pretty close to Cleave and the mini swipe, good for some early game board control, potentially even a 3-for-1 under the right circumstances. Next we have Replicate. For 2 mana, summon a copy of a Zerg with 3 or less attack. Pretty versatile, obviously be nice if there was also a few neutral Zergs out there, maybe some primal Zergs. You could flood the board with roaches or mutalisks, whatever's best for your current opponent. On to Evolution, a simple spell. For 2 mana, give a friendly Zerg +3/+3, just like Rampage, but you can only target Zerg. Really good on roaches or Ultralisk who are really tough and resilient. Next we have another board clear, it's Firestorm. For 3 mana, deal 2 damage to all characters. Similar to Hellfire but smaller, you can wipe the board then drop down your hero power. Like Evolution, it goes nicely with roaches who will heal up anyways, or Ultralisk who will shrug off the damage. On to the Swarm. For 3 mana, give all your minions +1/+1 and draw a card. Like Power of the World or Savage World, good for cycling through your deck whilst building up some board presence. Especially nice if you cast your hero power a couple of times. This one's interesting, it's Swarm Seeds. For 4 mana, give your minions Death Rattle, summon 2 1/1 broodlings with charge. Very similar to Souls of the Forest, some assurance against board clear. With the charge you can do a lot of damage with enough minions. Next we have Crushing Grip. For 4 mana, deal 3 damage and restore 3 health to your hero. Like Drain Life or Hammer of Wrath, good for clearing out a 3 or 4 drop. The health gain can keep you in the game as well. Here's my favourite spell, it's Infest. For 5 mana, destroy a random enemy minion and summon a 2/2 Broodling with charge. A cross between Assassinate and Deadly Shot, kills a minion and gains some board presence. On to Reincarnate. Very simple. For 4 mana, restore 8 health. Can bring you back from the brink or heal up a tough minion like a Broodlord. Having one of these in your deck can come in handy. Next there's Fury. For 5 mana, destroy a friendly Zerg. Gain its attack this turn only. So Kerrigan gains a potentially massive attack to slash down an enemy. Be a nice finisher with the hacker if you could pump him up enough. The last spell is Leviathan. For 6 mana, add random Zerg cards to your hand until you hold 5 cards. Like a web spinner and sprint, you can draw a whole swarm. Works best like Divine Favor, where you empty your hand first and then play this. Alright, that's it for the Kerrigan class. For a Protoss one, what do you think? Should it be a mage-like class, the High Templar Tassadar? Or maybe more of a rogue type class, striking from the shadows, Zeratul? And there's always room for more StarCraft classes in the future, of course. I think Hearthstone needs some legendary spells. What do you think? Well, stay tuned for the next video. As always, please leave a like and let me know how you found this Zerg class. Which was better, Raynor or this one? Please subscribe and I'll see you guys next time.